Welcome back to Tabletop. Today is a rather peculiar day because we'll be going through a couple of bits of information that's been released to the public in the last 4 days in regards to Pokemon products. I hope you guys all enjoyed everything that we did this week, from our Digimon openings to our numerous amounts of Pokemon content. Now, surprisingly, we actually have more Pokemon content to show you guys. The first thing I want to talk about is the Evolving Skylines. Now, I'm not going to do a full walkthrough of this until all the card sets have been released. I'm going to do my overview when that happens. I like to do it at the start of every set. But we do have more or less details of what sort of products are coming out in terms of supplement products, as well as the final artworks, which I want to show you guys today. And our shop is actually taking pre-orders for Evolving Skies. You guys want to check it out, tabletop.ie. Please be sure to have a look there to guarantee your purchase, because we will be making sure that we pre-order enough that everyone that pre-orders with us is going to get it. But there's always going to be that small little leeway, but we'll see. The first thing we want to talk about is the actual Elite Trainer boxes. Now, from the looks of it, there's going to be two different types, and they're both freaking sweet. There's one with the, I'm going to try to pronounce this. So they have all the evolutions on them, but one of them is clearly cooler than the other. It has all of them inside some sort of badge sort of outlook pulsing outwards. It has the color scheme of this one is okay. It's not my favorite. The one that I wanted to show you guys is the actual the one afterwards, which is the Pokemon. Oh, that's a Pokemon Center one. Okay, so the Pokemon Center is getting the exclusive Elite Trainer boxes now. Okay, so the one we're getting is the pulsing one. So that's going to be the one that's like $50 or €50. And the one that is for the Pokemon Center is the cooler looking one. It's going to be the bigger one, I assume. Now, these one will come with 10 packs, I would assume. This is the new giant ETBs that they're doing inside the Pokemon Center over in America. I don't think we're going to be getting inside the US. We're not going to be getting inside the EU anytime soon, or the UK, but hopefully it'll be on time for the actual Charizard promo. But we'll see. Other than that, there's actually no promo cards in this one, surprisingly. So the Japanese EV box or EV set came with a special Sleeping Espeon. Now, the Sleeping Espeon was only available through that for like $110 or 110 yen. What was it? It's 100. It was 11,000 yen. Yeah, so $110, but it's currently going in the aftermarket for like $400 because, man, prices, I swear, because the new lottery system scarcity, it's just jumped up. But the card itself was worth like €150 last time I checked. But we're not here to talk about that too much. We're going to go back to our Evolving Skies. And with the Evolving Skylines, of course, you're going to get your 8 booster packs, your neck dividers, your die, and everything else you come to love about these things. The only difference with the Pokemon Center ones, from my knowledge, is that they are a bit bigger. They have 10 booster packs instead of the same, and everything else is more or less the same. There's no promo packs at all. So this would have been a great time to actually put a promo card inside the ETBs, which I think they should do. The ETBs themselves are quite pricey for what they are. Well, not really. They come up in value, and they are really nice pieces of artwork, but I feel like for what you're getting, for an extra €5 or €10, if they were to make the ETBs like the same as Shining Fates or Shining Legends for €65 to €70, I wouldn't mind paying that extra price for an Espeon promo or some sort of EMI promo that they will give to you. But moving on from there, ladies and gentlemen, our team Tabletop, I'd like to tell you guys about the actual booster boxes themselves. The price should be around $140, so that I know we can pre-order it all now at our website, as I told you guys, because there's a bunch of promos here and actually giving me some artwork to actually use in it. There's also the build and battle kit. So you know how inside the ETBs themselves have the evolution artwork, but the promo box itself, the build a box one, contains the Rayquaza. Now, these are one of the coolest ones I've seen yet. It also has like a little Sylvia on the very front, and the 4 promos have been confirmed. We're going to get the 3 legendary birds from the Galar region in their small, tiny version. So there was Galarian Moltres, Galarian Articuno, and Galarian Zapdos. But the 4th one is a Flaffy. For some strange reason, we don't have images of these things with their stickers yet. But Flaffy is going to be a promo, and it's shocking, because this will be the most expensive freaking Flaffy card ever printed. I mean, they're not that expensive to begin with, so it's hardly a competition. But yes, moving on from the Evolving Skies artwork, we are going to move straight on to the TCG box set featuring artist Yu Nagaba. This is going to be a quick shout out, nothing too big. These are going to be exclusive to the Japanese release only. Nagaba is apparently a very famous artist for his line illustrations, and you're going to get this very sketchy Pikachu, no pun intended, with X the Pokemon Center card. So these are going to go with their own little box here, as you guys can see on the screen. I think it actually is pretty neat. I wouldn't mind having sleeves like this if the sleeves weren't so terrible. It comes with one of those things you put inside the back of your phone so you can hold it like a dumbass, I would assume. Who the hell needs one of those? And it comes with t-shirts. All right, you sold me, except I don't wear white t-shirts. They get dirty way too quickly. But moving on to the bigger part of the news, guys. There's something I really want to talk about for a little bit. I've known about this for like 3 days, so as of you. It's been hailed as the Exodia of our time, of the Pokemon set, because you have 4 things that you have to put together in order to make a giant V card. Now, the first thing you guys would think about is, I'm just going to mention it very briefly, is the legendary cards. Before, that we have with the dual cards, you remember those ones back in the day, they have the, was it legendary treasures? With the Heart Gold Soul Silver, yeah, so they have the 2 cards, you combine them together, and then you make one full Pokemon. But this one, you'll be combining 4 pieces together, and they're going to be making one big Pokemon. So it's not like tag teams or those old cards, it's just going to be one card kind of put together and looking beautiful. I'm not too sure why they didn't give you a giant jumbo card with everything already assembled as a promotional artwork. I definitely would love one of those, but apparently, these 4 have to be collected together. They're going to be coming inside a special deck box or deck sets that you're going to be getting inside Japan. Sadly, we won't be getting any of that inside the... We're not too sure we're going to be getting this inside a box set per se. It's probably going to be from one of our booster boxes, or it's going to be a supplement set later on in the year. The thing about this is that it's going to suck really, really freaking hard when you play the game. And then you open up some booster packs, and if it is inside booster packs, you're gonna get like freaking Mewtwo's dick or fucking what is this? Greninja's nose or something? Oh, actually, the Greninja one you can get his hand, but like getting his feet is just gonna be terrible. So how do these cards work? These cards work from the graveyard. So the gimmick about these VMAXs or VUnion cards as they are, is that you can only summon them from the graveyard once all 4 pieces are inside the grave. So this is kind of a little bit new. We aren't, this isn't too new, but it's the first time it's been implemented this kind of a way. The last thing they can think of in Pokemon that uses the graveyard is the Mewtwo GX, where you put your GX Pokemon or inside the graveyard, and then he's going to be able to use the attacks or on the bench. So you can just cheat out like a Gardevoir or whatever it is you want inside the graveyard and then use their attacks. You can use this, there's ways of accelerating this inside Expanded, like there is Bottle Compressor, which finds 2 cards put us in the graveyard. And we are also getting a supplement card or a supporter card to actually facilitate this. So Professor Burnett lets you search for 2 cards inside your deck and discard them, then we shuffle our decks. So this is a good way to like populate your graveyard. It's going to be pretty useful to expand it as well for, as I said, the Mewtwo cards. And it's going to be pretty decent for Night March or My Party or things like that. There's also Battle Compressor that I told you guys beforehand that's going to be expanded. I'm not too sure that's going to be banned now because we are getting way too much support for this. But the V-Power cards aren't exactly overly powered. They have tree. Some of them have tree effects on them. But it's kind of a... I don't know why they say tree effects, because the first one's always going to be the same. The first one is always going to be, if you have 4 or different X-Union, B-Union card inside your discard pile, and we put them together onto your bench, you can't play them one of the Union cards per game. So, yeah, the issue with this now is that they're not that great. They have like roughly 300 health. They have somewhat decent attacks, but you can't really accelerate them per se. Most of them are accelerating themselves as for 1 energy. Let me have a look here. Yeah, a lot of them are actually just acceleration for 1 energy. So the moment you play them, you put them on the bench, and then you can accelerate energy, assuming you're not dead by the next turn. You can use your other attacks. Greninja has actually 3 abilities, one of which is the one that lets you put them together into the graveyard. The other one is Zacian and Mewtwo, same diff. Zacian only have the one ability, and Mewtwo has 2. So they can have up to 3, but they're not that great, to be honest. They are very, very pricey for what they are in terms of like game resources and in terms of actual pricing, although I assume they are going to be very expensive later on down the line because this is a collectible, clearly. But yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this. You can't just make a deck revolving around one VUnion card because if you do, if it ends up inside the prize pool, you're kind of screwed. And then when you have duplicates of the cards inside your graveyard or your discard, you can't say graveyard inside a Pokemon card game, it doesn't do anything. So you have a bunch of dead cards to summon out one monster or one Pokemon that's probably going to get KO'd because it takes like 2 turns for it to like actually get somewhere. And you need some normal cards inside your deck in order to actually play these things to begin with as well. It's really, really, it's a roundabout way of summoning a Pokemon. Although I can see it being a somewhat fun way of doing it. They are VUnion though, so they're not like, I'm not too sure that fits inside searching per se. So they're not basics or V's or whatever they are. They're V union, so you can't use something like a fastball or a quick ball in order to search for them. I think you can use an ultra ball to grab them. And if you have them inside your hand, there's no inherent ability to discard them. There's no hand limit inside Pokemon, so you can just overdraw your cards, and then they're stuck in your hand. You don't have Professor's Research. You don't have a then it's stuck in your hand. You can't do anything. Dendy and GX probably use something, but a card that I think people don't really recognize. Like I love this kind of mechanic a lot. I love populating the discard pile in order to like do special effects, and I think there are some niche cards out there that will find some kind of use, but I'm guessing it's going to be rotated out, or it already has rotated out, actually. Yes, Sophicoles is something that I use a lot in the day. So you discard 2 cards inside your hand, and then you can draw 4 cards. I actually like the kind of simple concept of that. The Professor's Research was just extreme acceleration. So I think you can use an Ultra Ball. Discard 2, grab 1, discard 2, grab 1, discard 2, grab 1 to populate the graveyard. And then you can use Professor's Research inside your hand in order to finish all off, summon your card. But then you're going to have to find a way to put energy onto it and then make sure it doesn't die the next turn, which isn't too terrible if you can do it in turn 1, turn 2. Yeah, even turn 2 is a little bit dodgy. Turn 1 definitely is doable. You have the right set of cards and the right optimized engine for it, of course. I'm not too sure how I feel about them in that kind of regard. I don't feel them being powerhouses the same way tag teams were. Tag teams were just, man, they just messed up the freaking thing. I think they were way too strong for what they were. Way too cost effective too. And then ADP kind of just screwed everything up. But these cards in general, I think, are really nice. I like novelty of it. I like how they kind of look if they come inside box sets and you have all 4 of them, but it's gonna suck a lot if you go inside like the booster pack route and you get like the left feet of Greninja and then you get the right toe of Mewtwo. It's just, what, really, guys? Really? I mean, I want to hear you guys' thoughts on this. Please be sure to leave a comment down below what you guys think about these Union cards, because I quite am a fan of things that you get value out from your graveyard. I love using stuff like that. Games like Magic the Gathering where you can do that. Digimon does it too. Yu-Gi-Oh's been doing it since the very start as well. It's nice to see some graveyard enabled plays here. Even if I don't think it's going to be absolutely amazing, I do think it's okay. Like some of these attacks, they're fine. Fine. I mean, freaking Zaxian does 340 enough to KO nearly anything. Currently, Mewtwo does 300 with no downside at all, but you know what? Some things do have more than 300 health Mewtwo, and you're not going to be able to live long enough. And you cost 4 freaking energy? You kidding me? Really? Hell no. Hell to the no. Although Greninja's pretty sweet. But yes, I'm going off topic now, guys. It is pretty nice. I like VUnion for the novelty of it. If it comes inside booster packs, I'm going to be extremely salty for all the things that's going to come. But until next time, everyone, please be sure to let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Please be sure to check out our website, and please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already for more content like this, because we are doing so much more constant content nowadays that Tread is running itself to the ground. But that's all for now. Thanks for watching.